Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to my first class mastery game in the M7, American Tier 5 medium tank. This is the Tier 5 on the American auto-loading line that branches off from the M5 Stuart. I haven't really showed any games of this, mainly because I just haven't really gotten on with this machine. Some people really like it and some people really don't. I think it's okay, but I have serious issues with it. So if you're not aware of what this thing's like, historically it was designed as a replacement for that thing, the M4 Sherman. But the problem was that there was nothing that it ended up being able to do that the Sherman couldn't already do equally well. And so it was kind of pointless. And it never really saw. It was never made in any numbers. And in the game, what do you have? Well, you have a fast mobile medium. You can see here we're doing 60 kph with an underwhelming gun. It's a 6-pounder gun. Well, you've got a choice of guns. You can either have the 6-pounder, which is what I've got, which gives you a high rate of fire, but the accuracy isn't great, 105 pen, 75 average damage. Or you can use the 75mm gun from the M3 Lee. Yeah, that's what I thought. I use the 6-pounder. I keep a stock of 25 premium shells on this thing because it holds a lot of ammo, and if you meet an 88, for instance, you need it just to go through the rear. The regular AP is not good enough. Anyway, so what do you get? You get a fast medium with an underwhelming gun, no armour whatsoever, not much in the way of gun depression either. All it has to offer is mobility. And I love mobility, but on this thing it's just not quite enough for me. Some people really like this. It's basically a fast flanking tank. But as I say, I'm not a great fan. Anyway, onto the game. We are playing an encounter game on, is this Steps? I can't remember. I think it's Steps. And we've just come over to the cap here, just to try and spot some guys and see what we can do. And certainly when I was playing it, I ended up playing this tank a lot like this Sherman. He got behind me and there we go, I take unnecessary damage and my gun is knocked out. When I had this, I ended up playing it a lot like a sort of heavy light tank, which is fine. But, okay, put it this way. If you like this tank, then at tier 6, play the Cromwell. It's like an M7, but for its tier, more mobile, and with a better gun. Yeah. And so you're left with very little reason to play this for fun. Anyway, came down here toward the cap just to see what I could see. And, oh, hello, Excelsior. Now, the side armour on the Excelsior is paper. The rear armour is actually thicker. The side armour is 203mm, and he just got nailed. So yeah, the side armour is 30mm. I'm not sure if I just said that. Can't remember. I'm going senile in my old age, I really am. So if you're ever against an Excelsior and you can, shoot it in the side. That armour's spaced, but you're not going to stop a great deal of much. I own an Excelsior. I'll do a review on it one day, probably. So, we've done a bit of damage to that Excelsior. We're just going to see if we can spot some guys out. There's a bunch of scary TDs up there that I really don't want to annoy. And I was playing the M7 at the time because I wanted to grind out the huge amount of XP for the mission on the European server that meant you could get an IS-6. And to do that, I needed an American Tier 6, and I wanted to get an American Tier 6 that I haven't had before, so I decided I'd elite the M7 and then transfer the crew to the Jumbo, which I did. And yeah, the Jumbo's alright, it's okay. I had some fun in it. Anyway, sorry, back to the game. You can see here, we appear to be winning, you know, I don't like to say comfortably, but comfortably. There's a Type 58 down here, just going to see if we can get some damage in, and we can. And you can see the reload on this gun's very good. But of all the 6-pounders out there, this is not one of the better ones. So it's like the 6-pounder you get on the Churchill 3, no, it is basically the 6-pounder you get on the Churchill 3, which is like the 6-pounder you get on the Matilda Black Prince, but worse. Yeah. It's worse than the gun you get on the Crusader, just to give you an idea. The Tier 5 British light tank doesn't play like a light tank, it plays like a medium, but it's classified as light. Anyway, so this game, well, this game's almost over, frankly. So what we're trying to do is just rack up some damage and XP before the game ends. We haven't actually achieved a huge amount, unfortunately. Oh, there we go, cheeky kill. Oh, someone lands that shot first. Oh, it's that M4. God damn it. And you can do this in a fast tank. Just go around and, you know, nail those kills, nail that damage. I have no idea how I got a bounce there. And I'm not going to go down there and tackle a KV1 directly. I mean, this is a Tier 6 game, in case you hadn't noticed. Oh, and there's a VK. I'm not going to go down and tackle him directly either. So, just flank them. Go around the sides. That's what this tank is designed for. In this game, anyway. Go around the sides, pummel them with this 6-pounder gun. Oh, and there's the lack of gun depression biting me on the backside. Ooh, that VK's in trouble. But, you know, we can get some damage on him. This gun may not be great, but it's enough to deal with the VK. More damage. Shoot him by preference because he's Tier 6, whereas the KV is Tier 5. And so not only will you... Oh, there we go, the game's over. He also has thinner armour than the KV, so not only is he easier to penetrate, but because he's a higher tier, you'll get an experience modifier for it, and you're happy. And that was it. Now, when I played this game, I didn't think I did a huge amount. And when I watched the replay, I don't think I did a huge amount. But apparently I did enough to get the first class mastery badge. And I came like 3rd or 4th on my team. And it was quite a low experience threshold to get it, so what that implies to me is that not many people play the M7 very much. It's not a very popular machine. And I must admit I didn't really like it either. So this is my first, and seeing as I have now sold this thing, this will be my only M7 video. But anyway, I hope you guys vaguely enjoyed it. I thought I should put an M7 video up, seeing as I had a replay that didn't completely suck. I hope you guys vaguely enjoyed. Feel free to catch some of my other videos, and I wish you happy hunting on the battlefield.